Today, I'm taking average LEGO car sets and turning them into some of the best looking LEGO cars that no one has seen before. And each build is going to get even more insane. So, let's go. Okay, so first, if you take not one, but two of these brand new LEGO polybag sets that just released, and dump all of the parts out, now you can mix them together and make this car 100 times better. Because since we have double the pieces, we can make this hot rod car double the size. So I quickly started building, and I even made a massive V8 for this build. The normal one only had a 4-cylinder engine. I finished putting together the body of this car, and now without using the instructions fully, I made this. It's now upgraded with this massive V8 engine with these yellow pistons that actually move up and down as you roll the car. So this one's a lot bigger and faster. Like, look at this thing. Okay, so basically now this hot rod is just a lot bigger and a lot faster, and it looks a lot nicer. And now it looks like it can do some wheelies with this motor. And this is just the first and smallest of the LEGO cars that I'm gonna build without using LEGO's instructions. And I'm gonna challenge myself to make a GTR out of 2,000 LEGO pieces. Okay, this next LEGO set I got is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, which is one of the newest speed champions. But you already know, I didn't get this set to build the car. The Porsche does look pretty cool, but I have a way better idea. So I'm gonna be taking all 348 pieces of this car and trying to make it a lot nicer, because I'm not even gonna be making a Porsche. So I ripped out all 5 of the paper bags, I took the base of the speed champions, and now I can open everything up, and it looks like I won't be needing this anymore. RIP that minifig. Okay, so now after I open all 350 pieces, I can get building. I laid all the pieces out, and wow, that's a lot of yellow LEGO pieces. So I'm gonna make an alternative build out of this set, so I'm gonna use the instructions on my laptop. There's even a hidden Porsche logo in the seats of this car. I started by building the base, and it's actually a pretty easy and quick build. I used some of these red pieces to make the taillights, and I used some of these black pieces on the roof to add a stripe on this LEGO car, because that's gonna add a nice touch of detail. It looks like the minifig's liking how it's coming along, but I have a lot of pieces left, so I gotta grind on this front end, and there we go. And the front end on this thing looks so aggressive, and oh, the car's done, but it's missing a few things. I really like the way it turned out, and it even looks like the Bumblebee Camaro from Transformers, but it really needs some wheels, so I'll get my minifig to throw on some brand new ones. Like these ones, these simple 5-spoke rims that match the car and look like Bumblebee. Oh yeah, and thanks for the donation, McLaren F1. The car looks so good, but there's so many studs showing throughout the whole build, and it looks like I'm gonna have to rip it apart and replace it with tiles that are really smooth and make this thing look fire. And after I finished the build, but then I noticed on the front end of the car, they had these black pieces sitting here that I didn't really like, so I swapped them for yellow ones. And then I made this cool exhaust by using these little pieces. It sticks out a lot, but it looks really nice on this build. And there's our new and improved Camaro Bumblebee from Transformers. So let me know in the comments, would you rather have this build or the GT3 RS LEGO set? This whole car looks so aggressive, and I really like the black stripe on the hood, but the front end has to be my favorite part of the build. But some of the building techniques like the rear taillights also make this thing look really clean. Oh yeah, and after modding this car, I made it so there's not a single LEGO stud showing. And if you pop the roof off, you'll notice it has a simple interior with just a steering wheel and a shifter. That's it. But it fits the minifig and the car looks really cool, so this build was a success. But now that I finished this Camaro build, I was thinking, it goes perfect with my new LEGO Hellcat set. So which car do you think looks better? I think the Camaro. But this next one is going to be crazy. I picked up this McLaren LEGO car used from a little LEGO shop. And if you guys have seen this car, you know it's one of the worst speed champions out there. But it's got some cool exhaust tips on the rear end, and the front is pretty clean. But it doesn't even have a windshield. But the best part about this car is the color. So I'm gonna rip this car apart and turn it into a better McLaren, which is the 720S. I'm gonna attempt to use all these weird blue pieces to see if I can cook on this build. So I started by removing the doors, and if I mess this up, I literally just wasted a whole LEGO car. And I took my Maserati set, which was made by Hot Wheels and has these crazy doors. So now I can do something crazy and fit it on this McLaren. And after a long time of trying to attach these doors, they fit. But do they still go up? Oh, and thanks for the donation, Maserati. This McLaren looks like it was crashed and I'm rebuilding it. But it pretty much was, because it looked so bad before. But now with this clean roof and the opening doors, it looks a lot nicer. Now it's just time for me to finish this build without using following any of LEGO's instructions. So I made the doors blue, that looks really cool, and I added some vents on the hood. This supercar is going to be nice. Oh, and this thing is smooth, but I still have a lot of blue pieces I could use to make this car a lot nicer. So I ripped out the front end, I moved the lights and the exhaust, and then I added some realistic headlights that look like the real McLaren 720S. But there's one last thing. These pieces are still red, and I cannot have that, so I'm gonna have to rip them off. Because these are not real Lego pieces, I think I'm gonna have to paint them up. So I'm gonna have to disconnect these doors and get them ready for paint. So I'm gonna use my paint marker, pop the cap off, and... Wait, what? Nothing's happening. Oh, it looks like the marker's dead. So what am I gonna do? This is literally the closest blue to this.
A few minutes of pushing, and I think I got enough ink.
And then somehow a few minutes later, it actually just started working. So I painted it up, let it dry, and now I threw it back on the car. This McLaren 720S is going to be one of my best speed champion cars. But there's one more final touch. The rims. Since the red Maserati's already cooked, I'm just gonna use the rims from it, and they actually look really nice on this build. With the painted doors and these silver rims, now my car is done. And I even added a little engine at the back that looks like the same engine as the other McLaren. So there we go, the McLaren 720S build is done, and I completely just made this thing up. At the moment of truth, does it fit my Lego minifig on the inside? This is gonna be crazy if it does. Oh, and it looks like it does, and easily. But I think I should add a steering wheel in there for him. When you close the doors, it looks super satisfying because they can fit in perfectly. It's got the realistic exhaust and lights at the back. The side profile looks really realistic, as well as the front end. This might just be my best supercar Lego build now. So, did I cook on this one, guys? Because I'm definitely gonna display this somewhere. Okay, so for this next one, I'm gonna have to do hours and hours of building because I got this Lego Technic set. It's the R34 GTR from Fast and Furious, and there's even a feature on it where you can make it drift. This Technic's build looks very nice, and it has so many features and moving parts. But I'm not gonna be building this. Yeah, that's right. I bought this $200 Lego set just for the pieces that are inside. Wait, what was that? I think something's at the door. Oh yeah, the other pieces I have to use to make this. This is exactly what I need. These are pieces from Brickwith. Perfect timing. These should be all the parts for this custom build I'm about to make. And this is perfect because I'm able to order all these parts straight from a creator's part list. And I know exactly what I need. So thanks to Brickwith for sending these parts out because this build is definitely going to be worth it.
And we got a bag full of...
I think there's about 1,200 pieces in this bag on top of the 1,500 pieces that are in this Skyline set. So this build is going to be very hard and it's going to be massive. And after opening the Skyline set up, I saw something that I won't be needing. Okay, that's better. So this is what I could have, but I could also have something way better. This is definitely going to be my biggest Lego car build and probably my best looking. But the worst part about this whole idea is I have to have over 3,000 Lego pieces out in front of me at once. And if you know Lego, you know there's under 50 pieces in front of you at once. All these bags you see here have to be open on top of everything that I got from Brickwith. This build is gonna take so many hours, but I'm really excited to see how it turns out. But I just gotta get building. I made a cool little setup for this new build, which has a bunch of pieces like my red ones, black ones, and gray ones. I had to go all out on sorting because I didn't want to lose any pieces. I started by making the front end, and it had a working suspension. And in the middle of the suspension and on top of the gears is where the engine's gonna go. So this is the first thing it has. So when you turn this, it should turn the 6 pistons and make them go up and down when the car drives. I hope this works. And then I made the other half of the engine. And now I just need to make the pistons and see if this thing can drive. So this is still the R34 GTR, which has an inline-6 engine. So I put the 6 pistons in a row, and now when you turn these gears, they move up and down. After finishing the engine, I moved on and made the base of the car. What do I do with these stickers now? Wait. Actually, I might be needing those later, but whatever, because I just added the steering system with the turning steering wheel that has a lot of turning radius. But then, I only had 2 of these pieces, so I needed to grab some more, and I didn't want to wait for Lego to ship me these pieces because it would take way too long. So I pulled up to the Lego store and bought the only set that has these pieces in it, which is the $200 Lego Porsche 911 race car. And yeah, I got this set for one piece. But now I can finally keep going with the build. So I attached the rear end with the gears, and then I made the all-wheel turning system with the all-wheel drive system that should work out later. And after that, I quickly built up the roof. Now that I'm seeing this in real life, it looks a lot more clean. And then the trunk with the wing. And something cool about the trunk is it can actually open up and still go back down with some room on the inside. Now you can really see the shape of this car. After adding the rear fender and a bit of the rear bumper, it's coming along very nice. But this was a very hard build because even though we got so many pieces for this, I was still missing a lot. So I had to figure out ways how to get past those pieces and try to figure something new out. But something that did work out very nice was the rear bumper. I made these lights that look exactly like a R34 taillights. I did that 2 times, and in the middle I made a bit of a bumper. I attached everything together and it's taking shape. This is about to be the craziest car on the channel. And then after a few more hours, I finished the whole car. Alright, now it's time to reveal it. Oh, okay, here it is, and it looks insane. It is such a big build. I attached the final wheel, and the front end might just be my favorite. This is something that LEGO would never make. It's just way too complicated, but it looks so good. Okay, so on the inside, I made these 3 NOS cans that don't come in this set. They actually come in that real LEGO set. Same with this seat, but I can also change it out with the red interior. And then one of my favorite features of this whole build is if you turn the front wheels, the rear wheels will turn the opposite way because this car has all-wheel steering, just like in real life. Wow, this is so weird. Whoever thought of that is actually a genius. We also got suspension around the whole car, not a lot, but it's enough, because this is pretty much a race car. This R34 GTR looks the best in this gray. It's even got these vents on the hood to add some aero. Oh yeah, and the hood. We got some cool lights, and a bunch of crazy building techniques that make up the front end, mixed with Technic parts and normal LEGO pieces. This thing is so big, this is it compared to a LEGO minifig. So we got opening doors that are very clean, and then the hood, you can actually open this, and it reveals the RB26. Alright, hopefully this can open without breaking anything, because this is a delicate car. Oh, okay, there it is, the RB26, and I haven't even tried this yet, but if you move the car, the pistons move up and down. And then finally, we have the opening trunk with, wait, what is he doing in here? Okay, this car was definitely worth the 10 hours of building and the almost 2,000 pieces. But what if I told you it's not done yet? You might think it's done, but it does need some mods. Because if you look down here, you'll notice that these wheels are not gonna cut it. These are the wheels that come with the car that I do not like. So I went out and 3D printed a set of these rims. They're these nice black rims with a lot of spokes. So I removed the supports, and then I realized something. I messed up. These are the rims that I wanted to attach on the car that would look very nice. But the thing is, they're one size too big. Meant for LEGO Technic cars that are just a little bigger than this R34, since they're the size of the rim and the tire of this one. So I'm gonna have to throw these in the garbage and think of a new idea for rims. So I found the rims that came with the Skyline set that I can just quickly spray paint black. So let's see how this works. And also, it looks like the rear end of this car needs to be lowered a bit. But while we wait for those to dry, quickly check this out. So there's something I noticed on the rear end that's very cool. If you didn't already notice, there's these side skirts that move all the way to the rear bumper. But wait, I need to grab my minifig for this one. Oh, and what? Where did he go? For the exhaust pipe, they use this very cool building technique that's actually made from this piece, which is a LEGO bucket. It is so big, you can almost fit this minifig's head inside of it. But this is the best piece you could possibly use for an exhaust piece this size LEGO car. So that's a 500 IQ building technique. But I have another idea that's almost just as smart. I took these stickers back because I can reuse this sticker right here for a license plate. And then I can use this GTR sticker by putting it in the middle, and then cut these pieces off and use them as the grille that goes behind it. That adds a nice touch of detail to the front end of this GTR. But what about on the inside? Well, I found another piece on the sticker sheet that can do something really cool, like the gauges. I can put it on this piece here where the gauges would normally be. So there we go, now we can see what speed we're going. Okay, so while I was waiting for those rims to dry, I got bored and did something else. Just in case I didn't like them, I printed out these 5-spoke Nismo rims.
I think they turned out okay, but we'll see once I throw them off.
Which are the rims that this car comes with in real life. But first, the LEGO ones. Okay, now that I had these on, I thought it would look better, but they're definitely not that bad. And now, the 3D printed ones. Okay, let's see which one is really better. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to go with these ones. These are definitely a little more clean and realistic. Okay, so that's it for the R34 GTR build, and I want you guys to let me know which car was your favorite of this video. Also, thanks for 300k. Subscribe if you haven't already.